I always had love for dogs. Dogs always was my first love. But when I started my podcast and when I started YouTube, it was a little bit different for me. I wanted to bring awareness to some of the health problems that certain breeds would have that might be underlined that the average consumer or the average owner might not know about. I wanted to bring awareness to how important it is to deworm your dog, or how important it is to make sure your dog get, their blood work done at once a year. And I definitely wanted to bring awareness to saving money in your pocket, because dogs cost. So Duro Lounge is one of those things where we conversate about things that we went through, things that we had to deal with, and what you might see in the future.
What up, what up, what up? We live in effect. What's up, everybody? What's up? Everybody that's here, what's that word, man? What's that word? What's that word?
What it do, everybody?
Now, Mac.
What's going on? What up? What up?
Yes, sir. So, Yella, man, share some news about, because, we always give up updates. So, give us some news about that new thing you got.
I did the first time ever, I did an inbred ramrod breed. I bred him to the daughter. And she dropped the puppy Saturday. Dropped 3 females, 1 male. The little runt female, somehow the way she laid on it like a day later. So I got 2 females and a male left, so they doing good. Yep. So that's what I got. That's the update on it. And the puppies, the other puppy, they 6 weeks old yesterday. The one whiskey went to Alabama. They came down Saturday and picked him up. It was a little bit before, a little bit before 6 weeks. It wasn't too many, just a few days. So they came down because they were gonna be out of town this week coming up. So because they come a few days early, I said it ain't no big deal. So they got him. So that's what I got. That's an update on my end.
So how was that? Was that a good transaction with the family?
Oh yeah. They came down, man. It was raining. Him and his wife, I don't think they got no kids or whatever. They came down, we came in the house, they sat in the living room, we talked for a little minute. They went in the back, it was raining, so they couldn't really see the dogs and stuff, but they saw a few of them, and they got back on the highway and headed back home. Like a 5-hour drive each way.
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah.
Well, that's like 3 litters since we've been on the pod, right?
4.
You say what now?
Dropping them like it's hot.
He said that's 3 litters since we've been on the pod, but I said that's 4.
Three. Hold on. Yeah, 3. It's 3.
Mm-hmm.
You said it is 3?
Well, hold on. Well, 1 female is 4. Yeah, 1 female. She just had 1 pussy.
Right.
That's the one I missed.
Yeah, so you right. It is 4. You right.
Yeah, I remember, man. I got a good memory.
Yeah, you right.
I got a good memory, bro.
Yeah, so she.
Della's World, what up, dog?
What up, Della?
But yeah. Yeah, but you said what though, Yellow?
No, what I say? I'm trying to see how. I was just talking about the litters or whatever. But I had 4.
Yeah.
And they'll be a year. One will be a year in a couple of days, and then the other one she'll be a year next month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keeping it moving.
Yep.
That's the best way to be, man.
And blood alive.
Mac, any updates with you?
Nah, not any doggy updates.
Okay.
We still in the
Everybody-
trenches. We still doing what it do.
Everybody good though, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody good on my end.
All right, cool. That's what I like to hear, man.
You can make it through this next heat wave like a breeze.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a fact. Hey, fellas. I know you guys, man. You guys. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Can you hear me? Is my mic low or you guys can hear me good?
I can hear you.
Clear.
All right. You guys have been with me for a long time, man. We going on what? About a year and a half of doing this podcast. And you know, we had a little dip in the road because you know we had some technical difficulties with my setup or whatever. So we didn't have a show for like, what was that, about three months? We didn't have a show.
Yeah, something like that. Yep.
Yeah, but you know, you guys stayed with me. I was still in communication, letting y'all know what was up, but you guys, you know, y'all stayed with me, man. Y'all stayed down. Nobody was like, oh, you know what, man, he ain't doing it, man. I ain't worried about it. Everybody was like, all right, man, you know, when everything's straight, you know, we there. And I just, you know, man, I just appreciate it, man, because I just realized, man, in this space that we in, bro, is so much stuff you just gotta watch out for. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, bro, like, it been on my mind, you know what I mean? Because in this dog game, man, not everybody is, let's say, 100. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody to come to you, you know, even talking peace or wanting peace or saying they want peace in your face, you know, is really that or got good intentions. You know, some people come, you know, they smile and, you know, want to shake your hand if they know you, or, you know, they smiling, you know, jump in your DM, you know, or whatever the case is. And then, you know, the whole time they on some backdoor type stuff. They on some other angle. You know what I mean? So every DM, every movement, every comment ain't always genuine. And so, man, I just want to thank you guys for being the solid brothers that I can always lean on in different situations that, you know, we have occurred, you know what I'm saying, since we've been doing this Duro Lounge podcast. You know what I mean? We done had problems with 3, you know what I'm saying? But that's our boy now. So he was on the show, you know what I'm saying? So, and we only had 2 guests on the show, you know what I'm saying? 3 and Rain is the only ones that came on the show. You know, so it's like, you know, I'll be trying to reach out to people, man, and ask people to come on the podcast. But one thing I'm not going to do, man, it's like if I ask you one time, I'm not going to beg nobody, you know? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, man, you know, come. Can I get you on the show? Like, you know, like it was one person that I asked to be on the show, And they was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'm like, all right, that's a bet, you know. And then they said, oh, you know, I got a breeding I got to do. And then I got to take a dog to the vet. So me, I was just like, okay, cool. You know, no problem. Because, you know, me, it's no pressure. You know, it's no pressure. Like, it's like, all right, man, I'm not that, you know, that type of guy, whatever. But, you know, when somebody want to do something, because even when they busy, they come back like, hey, man, you know, like, yeah, man, like I'm free now, or whatever the case is, just never says something. But, you know, it's I know it's a deeper angle to that, because I know, you know, they might be in a different circle with some other people that might not be too fond of me. So then I get why they don't want to come on a podcast type of thing. And I believe those individuals tell that individual not to come on the platform. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, cool. Like, yeah. Well, yeah, I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't really like them or whatever the case may be. I don't know for sure, but that's just how it's looking. And, you know, I'm not that guy that, you know, that's just out there. I'm not gonna, hey buddy, I'm not that type of guy. I'm like, man, listen, I could do my show by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going on there and going out there and be like, oh yeah, I need this person. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I like the panel talk the way it is. I mean, having a guest when 3 was on there, even when Rain was up here, like having a guest, yes, it does give us a different, you know, angle. It give us, people can see different sides of us, but at the same time, man, you know, I'm just not that type of person that's just going, you know, just stroke another man to do something. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna ask you one time, if that is what it is, you know, then we just gonna move on type. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to, you know, put that light on y'all, man. But, you know, it's other people in the world that, you know, I will ask, you know what I mean, but and see, you know, what it is. But I tell people all the time, like I said, man, you got to protect your peace in this space that we're doing. You know, you got to protect your vision. And everybody don't have, you know, they don't have the right to be in your circle, you know. And that's just something that you just got to keep in mind when you're doing this here, you know, because it's not excuse me, y'all. It's not easy doing this right here. Now, like I said, man, like, so don't get me wrong. When I say I don't need nobody, I'm not talking about my brothers. Y'all know that. But you know what I'm saying? Because it's genuine people that we meet. It's genuine people in our chat that come ride with us. It's people, you know, that that's in the DM, that follow us on Instagram, that like us, that bang with us. You know what I'm saying, man? So it's just one of those things where it's like, yo, man, I'm not just saying everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, because I appreciate every real relationship that I've built this far. You know what I mean? But experience just teaches you, you know, the recognition, the difference between the loyalty and the opportunity, or, you know, an angle and real love. You know what I'm saying? And that's just part of the development too, man. You know what I mean? So it's just like developing a dog. You know what I mean? You got to always use that vision that you got. And you know what I mean? With that being said, bro, you know, we just got to go off that type of angle, you know? So that's just what it is. So I'm not never trying to belittle us or, you know, anything, y'all. I want us to grow and continue to grow, but you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't always willing with open hands to come and salute some group of dog men that's trying to do, you know what I'm saying, something good. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like we competition to them. So that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know what I mean? Lucky Mills, what up, Thug? That's just how it is, man. What's up, brother? It's all good, man. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to let y'all know, man. I appreciate y'all, and you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
You know, it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all on, man. You know what I'm saying? Supporting somebody else, you know, something positive that we got going on, man, at all, man. You know?
Right. That's right. But it's hard to have that mindset with other people, though. For other people to have that mindset, like, you know, like I said, like some people just feel like it's competition, or it has to be competition to be in that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Yeah.
Lucky Mills, I appreciate you, man.
Lucky Mills.
Salute to everybody with the brotherhood and the sisterhood, man. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Big Ham, Lorena.
Yeah, we here. So let's jump right into it, man. So let me ask you guys about tonight's topic. What do you think? When you see program development, what is it to you? What does it mean to you?
Program development, man, is the key to success to me.
That's right.
I always say that the kennels and the dog programs that we don't hear of are the ones that's really making big moves out here as far as public is concerned. They're the ones that have a solid program with years and family dedication. They breed a Pacific dog. You know what you're getting with this program. It's easy to track. And a lot of times it is Pacific, whether it's a sport dog, rescue dog, a dog that you hunt with, a dog that you take to shows, a protection dog. All these dogs can fall under programs, and a lot of programs that we don't see, they're not as loud. They really are making a stable out here. It's really a lot of hidden gems. They're not with
Nelly. Now, Mac, you got some sleep last night, huh?
Huh?
I said you got some sleep last night, huh? You cooking? Go ahead, though.
Yeah, they just not with the social media antics. So they have websites, they have pages, they have things that you can search and find out what you're getting into, but they're just not as loud as the circle of dogmen that we have now today. Great example of that is the two breeders that we have on this panel, BJ and Yellow. They have very serious programs that they dedicated their basically their lives to, enhancing and giving it their all. But they ain't as loud as today's dog man.
Right. I agree 100. I agree with all that. What you said.
But let me hear from you, though, Yellow. Let me hear from you.
Well, just the program development. I mean, just basically what it is. You have to start. I believe that in starting off with the program, you have to start out with a good foundation. You have to see mistakes
Okay.
that somebody else is like. You don't want to keep going back to the drawing board. You know, you want to get it right the first time. Make solid investment when you start out, and go from there. You know, so I've seen so many people. They start out breeding. They're getting rid of dogs. They get some more dogs. But you just get that good solid foundation, and your program's just gonna take off. You know,
Absolutely.
make good moves. Make good moves. You know what I'm saying? And what you're doing. Think it out. Plan ahead. You know, like have breeding plan like 2 years ahead of time, 2-3 years in advance. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
If you didn't have the blood you have, and you just had some no name, you never got papers on them. You just started breeding. Do you think you'll be where you at now?
No.
Okay.
No, because I think the program that I bought into, the guy he was already lining it up when I bought it. He was already breeding it closely. He was closely breeding it real close to keep the consistency in his program. I'm talking about as far as color, bone structure, conformation, maybe different sizes. Some of them, all his dogs wasn't big. So some was like, he had some maybe 40, some maybe 50, 55. But he had a pretty, but besides the size, the look of his dog was pretty consistent.
And what blood is this?
This is a guy from Kentucky named Mr. No, George No.
I'm talking about what blood you running.
He had G Red Boy Rascal Mason blood.
And that's the point I wanted to make right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he had.
What was
the
point, Nelly Mac?
He started off with, like he said, a program.
Right, I invested into a program.
Damn right.
That's right. So like everybody gonna have to gonna have to start with somebody else's stuff. You know, everybody gonna have to start with somebody else's dog.
Of course.
But
if you start with old,
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, right. Right.
Well, it depends on how that dog looked, though. Because what if you got it from Jitterbug Kennels, but it was a sensation once you posted online? You know what I mean?
I don't think that ever happened before. Maybe that
dog give you the wild factor, and sometimes you just don't know. But you're right, man, because you got to think about it like this, man. If every time somebody has a dog breeding and the generation comes from somebody else's kennel, at what point do it actually become your program, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if every time you need a better male, a better female, you got to buy one. And every time something don't work out, you replace it with another dog from another breeder. right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that person, would you call that person a breeder? Because I don't think that's developing a breeding program. I think that's just collecting dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. You know what I mean? I don't think that's really a breeder. I think that's just a person that's just collecting animals at the time, and they just breeding what they can, and then those dogs is gonna be gone. It's like you said, Yellow. But how many times or how many people do we see do that? They get dogs, they breed them, they sell the puppies or whatever they do with the puppies, right? And then the next time you turn around, it's a whole new other dogs that they're coming out breeding with.
Mm-hmm.
You think it to yourself like, well, what happened to the other ones? Right?
Yep.
And I think you got to ask yourself, what are you doing at that point? So, you know, when we think about, like, so when I say about for myself, when I say I'm building my program or I'm talking about program development, it's because I already have my vision. The first thing that I want people to understand is you got to have vision first in this thing right here. You got to have the vision. If you don't know what you want to do or where you want to go, then what are you doing? Right? Regardless of what anybody else think about your vision, because it's your vision. So if you know what you want to do and you have the tools in front of you to do it, then why won't you do it? Right? And do it effectively, no matter what nobody else is saying, because they don't have your vision. They might not see it. And then once they do see it, then they're like, oh man, you know, that's a nice dog. Yellow did his thing, Mac did his thing, Duro did his thing, right? But before you didn't see the vision, it was like, yo, you know, you was hating on it, or you didn't understand it, right? So, like I say, man, program development starts with having a vision.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to have that vision, man.
When you say a vision, you mean a vision of as far as what you want your dog to look like or what you want to produce? Like explain your vision. I want to touch on this. I want to touch on this comment too that yes, you got up for this big bid. But go ahead though. Yes,
sir. I say because it's this, right? When you say, "What's your vision?" So I would start off with my notes would be, "What am I trying to create?" Right? Because if I don't know where I'm going, every breeding looks like a good idea until I do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, oh man, like, yeah, what am I building? Nothing. So it's like this. Say I own a female that's nice, you know, from the top, you know, nice top line, nice rear, good temperament, health tested, good mom too. But every litter, let's say every litter she produced, let's say the fronts is weaker. Now, if I ignore that and breed her to the hottest stud, you know, that's around, just because he's famous, did I improve my program? No. Right? Because did he fix that? Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Right? But what if I studied a male that had consistency at producing stronger fronts, right? And he got generations and generations, and I see the man that has them or the woman that owns them, and I see his productions, right? Now, my breeding, when I do that breeding with him, that has a purpose. And my purpose for that breeding would be to what? To fix the fronts of my pups, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's how we gotta come. We gotta come.
What you gonna do with that female though?
First, So
Scrapper?
this is what I'm saying.
I
No,
just seen
no,
Mohawk
this is
do
what I'm
that.
saying. If who Mohawk?
You had to scrap the whole program
Oh,
because the female wasn't breed. And he tried to go to a famous stud, and that didn't work either. Like you said.
hold on. When you say Mohawk, what you talking about? You talking about
I'm
you
just
talking about
code naming. I ain't giving no names out. Just shooting out.
No,
names.
I ain't asking for no names, but I'm just trying to get an idea if I know who you're talking about. You talking about Muscle Shirt?
Yeah, Muscle Shirt.
All right, cool. All right, so but all right, hold on. I'm gonna get there. But what I'm saying is, if she a good mother, Mac, why would I scrap her? Right? I wouldn't scrap her. That's the point of me going to a male who consistently fix the problem that I'm having. Right? So every time you breed a dog, you're supposed to breed for something better. Right?
Yeah, but
So
sometimes the female is a bad producer, right?
No, I didn't say that. I'm talking about if she.
No, I'm asking.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's not the case. I'm saying though. We'll get there.
Okay.
But that's not the case I'm saying. So the case I'm saying is, what if she was a good producer, but what she produced was weaker fronts?
Oh,
right?
Okay, you need a male.
I'm talking, and I need a male to go get that to fix that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's for me. Now I'm breeding for a purpose because my purpose is to make her offsprings better. Now I take a female from that, right? From that breeding that has the best fronts, right? I let her grow up to be what she needs to be. And then I go ahead and hit her off, right? Now, is my work completely done there? No, it's not. But let's say in that breeding it was. Say it was better. The fronts is better than I ever had when I had the first 2 litters from her mother, right? So now I just bred for a purpose, and that's the difference, right? So breeding have to be, excuse me, you have to be like, okay, well, what I have in front of me, whatever it is, and how can I fix that problem? That's program development, because now you taking what you had to the next level. For me, I'm just saying in my eyes, my vision, Yella asked me my vision, and I'm just saying for me, that's what my vision would make me go, all right, how can I make this better? Right?
I'm with it.
Okay.
So that's just something that I want people to keep in mind when you breeding and you want to do stuff like now in other people cases, I can't really 100% speak on them because I don't know what they do anyway, right? And you got to look at them and say, is that individual a dog breeder or not, right? Because you look at it and you say, well, what's going on here? Right? So I don't know if that person just don't know how to breed or if it's something else in play was the reason why he would scrap what he scrapped. But if you want my opinion, he shouldn't breed anyway. He don't know what he's doing. So that's my opinion. You know what I mean? So that's not going to get nothing better. So you want to make something better. Now, when I say better, you got to understand, y'all, I'm not saying that dogs are perfect, because I don't care about what how much a dog costs. All right. You can spend $2,500 on a dog, $5,000, $22,000, $20,000, $100,000, whatever it is, bro. Every dog gonna have a fault. Every single one. You know what I mean? So no dog is perfect, and the money that you pay for it don't make it perfect. But that's another mistake that breeders make too. Just because they fell in love with it or they spent this on it, you know what I mean? They become and get that kennel blindness because of that, right? So that's the main thing. What you guys think about kennel blindness though?
It's
I
real.
think it could be bad. I think it could be detrimental to your program if you don't recognize it. You kennel blind. Yeah. I know I've never suffered from it. So I've heard it's a term that I've heard thrown around or whatever, but I can't honestly say that I don't know any breeders that I can say that's been kennel blind or in denial. I can't say that I know any personally kennel blind dog men. But let me just before we go to that, just stop getting free dogs and breeding them. Yeah, but big B is hound. Yeah, I agree to to a certain extent. Like if you got some good stock and you want to put some with one of your guys, and then you telling me he basically you putting your program, you bringing him into your program and you setting him up a yard on his, you setting him up a yard on his yard with your stuff. That's a little different. But now, but all this, you got these motherfuckers want somebody to give them a dog, and then they breed, and the dog ain't quality, and they breed the shit. Like, man, save some fucking money, man, and buy a dog, bro. Stop asking motherfuckers to give you shit for free. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be wanting to come in and dudes be, I ain't gonna say, I'm saying dudes be wanting to come in and breed dogs. And man, buy some fucking dogs, man. Want somebody to give you some shit for free. Like me, I'm a man, bro. I don't like asking nobody for shit. I don't want nobody to give me nothing. And it ain't no excuse, you know what I'm saying? Just even when I was in my 20s and shit, man, I want to buy what I want.
That's right.
We got niggas always, can you give me this for free? Just want somebody to give them some, man, buy some shit. Stop asking for a fucking handout.
Church. Well, what I think he was speaking on was, for instance, like when I see posts on Facebook that people would make for the bullies, that be like rehoming the bully, rehoming him or whatever. You can get him for free. Just come pick him up or whatever. So once the breeder finds out that this dog ain't turning out to be a show dog, then that dog becomes for free a lot of times. And people be excited because now they can get their hands on a bully. So they'll get that bully and then try to breed it into what they think they can make a show dog. And I think that's what he was referring to. And that is the same thing as kennel blindness, because just because you got a bully, now you think you got something. But just because they got short snouts don't make them a quality bully. I'll say that.
Yeah, I done seen people get dogs, man, that didn't turn out on the yard. They get I know somebody got a female, she didn't turn out on the yard. They got the bitch, they got her ears cropped, kind of fixed her coat. She had a horrible rear end, horrible top line. They bred the bitch though. Yeah, they bred her. I ain't gonna really talk too much more on it, but that's just something that I noticed. That's just something that I know that when you said the dog, when I heard Max say the dog didn't turn out, it just made me go back to to what I was to something that I remember seeing.
Well, see, the main thing is also on top of that, when the people get the free dogs, it's like, and I'm not talking about, I said this when 3 was up here. I'm not saying that like Yella, you said one time, BJ, you said like one time, like, hey Duro, like, you know what I'm saying, I give you this joint for free. And I said, no. You know what I'm saying, to both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that I'm not saying that I wouldn't take that from y'all. But the thing is, for me, is that if I got a vision for this dog, I feel like you should get something, because then you break bread with your brothers. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you break bread with your brothers, then you family. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that. Now, when you take something free from your brother and say whatever your vision was with that dog, and say you know, she become one of your best producers, or he become one of your best producers, you know, your brother got that dog for free and you ain't throw your brother nothing back. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue for me. And then the mass producer free dogs people, like Mac is saying, the every time they get these dogs that don't nobody else want, don't nobody else know where they came from, they don't got no papers, they don't got nobody, they don't got no birth certificate, you don't even know how old they are, and then you get these dogs and then you breeding them every time you turn around. Now, see, that's not vision and that's not breeding. You just mass producing puppies, just puppy.
That's how you doing. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, that's the problem, right? Because those are the puppies, you know, that's selling for $250, that are going to the shelters, that are ending up on the street, and they ending up on the street because of what? Nobody knows them, right? So they cute as a puppy.
I was just about to say, yeah. What you
know what I'm saying? That nobody knows them.
Those people
they
that's mad.
What you say? Go ahead.
No, I'm seconding what you're saying. Those are situations that make people mad. Like, it's just too many dogs in the world.
Right. But that's the reason why. Because of that. You know what I'm saying? So when you sell that puppy for $250, do you think a person who's getting that puppy for $250, do you think they're gonna have the respect for the dog that the people that spent $2,500 for the dog? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
$1,500 for the dog?
Yes. I've seen people spend the amount of money a person spent on a dog doesn't have nothing to do with how the person gonna care for the dog.
Okay,
you a good dog on, huh?
So you saying you seen a person spend some top dollar on a dog and then still put it on the street?
I'm saying I done seen somebody spend top dollar on a dog and they dogs don't get out. They don't let them out the cage. They stay in the cage. They spray the kennel down. While the dog inside the kennel. He getting wet and shit. He got calluses on his ankles and shit. They bring it to the bully show. The ankles raw, pink, where the hair missing. You can tell because the dog been laying in water. They've been laying in moisture. That's why. And I didn't see him come to bully show. Now I don't know what they think.
Is he laying in water or piss, bro?
Now I'm gonna say water. I'm gonna say piss. I'll say water. It's just wet. The dog get wet, and when the dog get wet and they laying down, they'll get raw around the ankles.
Yeah, he right. They good for just spraying down the kennels.
Yeah, they spray the kennel. They'll just spray the kennel down. But you know they ain't pay no $250 for that motherfucker.
Well, I'm saying this is what I'm saying. So what you're saying is 100% true.
Right.
100% true. But the people that spend $250 for a dog, you know what I'm saying, that's all they really can afford for a dog. So if somebody come out and say, you know, this dog gotta go, you know what I mean, or you lose your housing, the dog end up in the street. So you got to say to yourself, well, why is 99% of the dogs that's in the shelter in the street, why do they always look like our dogs? Why do they always look like our dogs, man? Why? Why is it always a bully, a pit? Why is it always an Amstaff? Why is it always that breed? I rarely see any other dog breed roaming the streets. Everything is always a bully breed. Right?
Have you ever seen that show Pitbull and Parolees?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yes.
I think it has to do, like you saying, goes back to the program. Even though those dogs were mixed dogs, pit bulls, bullies, you know, she had a program to cipher them. You know what I mean? And then you got these radical breeders with the 250. They just need that 250, so they'll set up in Walmart and to try to get rid of their puppies for the 250. And those are the dogs.
That's what they do.
That a lot of times end up in bad places.
Yes, but and that's what I'm saying.
You got a program to vet people, you know what I'm saying? And you can see their background, where they're taking the dog, such and such and such and such. I think that's, you can tackle a lot of those problems.
I agree. And see, that's the thing that I'm saying, though, bro. That's the point that I'm making, though, right there. Is that a lot of the times, man, those people that's selling them for $250, they just see them as a puppy. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have the respect for it, when they get big. The shots is going to need. The high level of care that a dog needs. We all understand that. We know what it is. We know what's up. But a lot of people don't even know that. And see, that's where the breakdown comes from. So now you got people who saying, oh no, man, I would never buy a dog from a breeder. And then you got people say, oh no, I'll never get a dog from a shelter. Right? Because they don't know the dog. Now, how many dogs that then broke out that was adopted that then attacked and turned on their own people, right? And the shelter can't tell you where that dog come from. They can't tell you none of that. Now, it's a lot of the dogs that leave the shelter that have successful lives. They live on 15, years old. Hey, I'm not saying this every dog, but it does happen, right? And so what I'm saying is people not going to respect it as much as when they spend, $3,500 on a dog. Because if you got $3,500 to spend on a dog, you pretty much are stable. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much got some bread.
And you don't spend that much anyway, Duro, at the damn clinic coming to see you.
That's right. Yeah, I do.
All the damn problems that motherfucker's gonna bring, shit.
Exactly.
You got them for the low, but please believe you
gonna spend that bread.
Yep.
Man, you cooking today, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the point where a lot of people get it misconstrued at. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So you fall back and you're like, oh man, like what's like, I've seen it. We've all seen it. We've seen it on YouTube. We've seen it on Facebook. We've seen it on Instagram. We've seen it on any platform that we're on. We've seen one guy or two guys or three guys. We done seen some guys get this, do the same thing. They get some dogs. You're like, where they get that from, man? Where did that come from? Why do you have that? You know what I'm saying? It's the same old thing. Instead of building your generations, your 100% generation, instead of building that up and building it up the correct way to make people go like, it's having a successful life. It's healthy. It's having a successful life. You got the pup updates or whatever the case is. You keeping tabs on where your productions go. Now, it don't always work like that because some people fall out of touch with people. Some people buy dogs. You tell them, hey, man, keep in touch with us. Let us know how he or she is doing. And then they say okay in your face, and then you never hear nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it is like that. But then sometimes, hey, BJ, then you just say you had to get a pup back?
Yeah, nah, I still do.
And could you share the reason why? Or is it too personal?
No, it ain't even too personal. So, I mean, basically, my dogs is fire, bro. And so what happened was the guy, he ended up purchasing another puppy around the same time. You know what I mean? He had an older dog, I guess, or whatever. And the puppy that he got from me is bullying the other puppy that he got.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's too much, you know what I mean, for whatever he got going on. He don't know that I know that, but this was really the truth behind why he needed to get a puppy back. Whatever dog he went and bought or whatever, case may be. It's like,
So that means he couldn't handle it, pretty much.
yeah. I mean, he knew what he was buying though, for sure. At the time when he was buying a dog, but I guess after he got the dog from me, he went and purchased some type of bully type of dog or whatever, and that puppy ended up getting bullied on by the dog that he got from me.
Because he's trying to have a damn pack instead of keeping them.
Yeah, so he's right. He's like, yeah, you know, my family, you know, man, we ain't got time for the dog, and I told him we needed time. We had to have time for the dog, and I ain't got time because I work. But I'm just like, all right, just bring the dog back. Like, I get the excuses and shit or whatever. I ain't upset about that. Just bring the dog back.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Yeah.
but that's business though. That's business. That's better than the person just, you know, kicking the dog on the street. That's respect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. It come with it, man. It come with it.
For sure.
Yeah, you know,
Bro,
sometimes when you send them out there, you expect it to be their forever home, but that ain't always the case.
Every
Got that
time I hear
brotherhood
that
in the
story,
chat.
every time I hear that story, people be like, the dog that came back be the fire dog of the whole kennel.
Nah, but I told you though, Mac, I don't miss though, so I'm already knowing, like, cause I even asked him, I'm like, I just kind of just threw it out there. I'm like, the puppy bad, ain't it? He like, he kind of said like all puppies are bad, like, you know what I mean? Of course you're bad. All puppies are bad. Just kind of, you know, smothered in like that or whatever. I'm like, all right, yeah, I know what you're saying. So I knew what it was, but again, you got to know what you're asking. You got to know what you're getting when you're asking for it too, as well. You know, he expected fire, so that's what he got. And I heard one of y'all say something like he probably tried to create some like little pack or something. Yeah, because he had a grown dog, I guess. He wanted to start like a program or whatever. So he got a female for me, and then ended up getting another female, which probably was around the same weeks of dogs. You know what I mean? Because them puppies, they'd be like 12 weeks right now. So he probably got him a 10, 11-week-old dog or whatever, and put it around the dog that he got for me, which wasn't the same breed of dogs. And the dog that I breed is way more active than that dog. So he probably seen the way that they was, you know, behaving and thought that the dog was getting bullied on, opposed to it just really being this breed of dog and that breed of dog. So.
Man, people watch viral videos of the 2 or 3 popular breeders that's in the world that tend the only ones that go viral. But anyway, they watch these viral videos of they dogs eating together and they think they can do the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare put my dog food bowls together, guys.
But you know, it's you know, my main thing with that is, man, you know, is that people got to educate themselves the right way. Because, and that's my main thing with like social media, right? Is because you'll have a guy, you know, he could think he knows something and he could go on his platform and then speak about it and really not know something. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I can watch it and be like, what is he talking about? Like, you're not wrong in a sense, but in the same token, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's like, you know, like for instance, like yesterday, you know what I'm saying? I seen somebody post something. I ain't gonna say, you know, no names or anything, but I seen somebody post something. And when I seen them post it, you know, I was like, you know, not necessarily. They said that, you know, make sure you deworm your dogs. And, you know, what they were showing video from a video of something, they were saying, you know, make sure you deworm your dogs because that's probably what's wrong with that dog. And I'm like, no, not necessarily. Like, if you got Giardia, if the puppy got Giardia, you're gonna see bloody stool. Like when poop just shoot out like that, and you know what I mean, and it's dripping and it's watery, that can be multiple things. You can't just always say that's a intestinal, you know, problem. Like sometimes
No, it could come from feeding raw for the first time. Anything.
exactly, it could come from anything. So that's what I'm saying. So that was misinformation, you know, for people that, you know, and I commented under that post. Of course, he didn't say anything, but I commented under that post because it was one of those things. It was like, you know, like that's the problem. And then he said something wrong. He said, well, a lot of people think, oh, I don't want to deworm my dog too much. Deworming not gonna hurt your dog. Deworming your dog too much will hurt your dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? That can potentially mess up your dog's stomach lining, and that could give your dog the shivers, and it could give your dog seizures. So you gotta be careful with pyrantel, fenbendazole, and giving too much. Like too much of anything ain't good, right? So that's the problem that a lot of people don't understand. Like when you giving out information, people watching you for the information because they trust you, and then you give them some BS information like that. See, that ain't thorough. You know what I'm saying? Because if they watching you like that, then that means they're gonna try to do that. And you tell them, oh, it's fine. Go ahead, deworm your dog. Give him. No, you can't do that. Now that ain't thorough. You know what I'm saying? Because then they're gonna do that, thinking that they mimicking what they're seeing from you. Now, how many people in the vet come in like that because they watching somebody?
So you saying you can't deworm your dog every week?
Why would you deworm your dog every week?
No, I was just asking, bro.
No. I'm not. No. Listen.
That was
no.
I was asking for the chat. I was just asking.
No, but I'm asking you as a dog man. Why would a person deworm their dog every week?
Because they might have heard that was a good thing to do.
Okay, they might have heard that it was a good thing to do.
You don't suffer the consequences for that. Your man that be crying, one of his dogs passed away out there. So
who be crying, Mac? Mac, who be crying, bro? Yo, he always doing that, man.
And you know DDK be crying, man.
Oh. So hold on. So he gave his dog too much deworming?
Yeah. Deworming and flea medication.
See, that's what people gotta understand. What happens when you give too much deworming, man? You know what I mean? People not understanding. I've said this about 3 shows already. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna clip this. So StreamYard clip this. They tell me to clip this to make the streams that go into the shorts. So clip this right here, StreamYard. So this is the thing. When you deworm your dog too much, it's called an overdose. Just like any other thing. You give too much Tylenol to your child, it's an overdose, okay? It's the same thing, people. So you got to understand what's going on. Now, what you might see when you give too much and it's an overdose, you're going to see some diarrhea. Pyrantel automatically can give your dog diarrhea. So you got to understand this, right? If your dog comes in to the vet, we will not give your dog pyrantel even if it's due for dewormer. That dewormer will go home with you, because if it already has diarrhea, there's no reason to make it worse with pyrantel. It can wait till it clears, then you give them pyrantel, and then boom. You have to understand, your dog got a whole lot of drooling. Understand, you gave them too much worm, right? They lost the appetite. You gave them too much dewormer. All right, like I said, the trimmers, seizures, you gave them too much pyrantel. All right, now in critical cases, you'll see dogs having a hard time walking and moving, and you know what I'm saying. But it's true. All right, it's very true. And dewormers are safe, y'all. But if a dog get a whole lot of it, that's when it becomes dangerous. All right, because parental naturally is very safe for your dog. Now, fenbendazole is safe for your dog, but a whole lot of it, that's when you get that overdose. And then when you get to ivermectin, that's automatically that's dangerous already. All right, ivermectin is already dangerous. So because in high doses, that'll kill your dog liver and a whole bunch of other stuff, kidneys and a whole bunch of other stuff. All right. So you got to know how to deworm your dog. So the proper schedule, and I've then gave out the schedule too. Proper schedule will be, all right, every 3 months or every 6 months, you deworm your dog. Me personally, I do every 3 months, just because I cook the meat that goes in the dog food, just in case the meat, the piece of beef was not all the way cooked through. You know what I'm saying? I give them some dewormer every 3 months and I switch it up. Like I said, D-Earth, Pyrantel, fenbendazole. D-Earth, Pyrantel, fenbendazole. Right? Then when I go from fenbendazole, then I go to Pyrantel. And make sure whatever you're doing for heartworms, you stand up on that. Because me personally, I use what's the name of the stuff I use, man? Superior Trio. So me personally, I use that. So that automatically had Pyrantel in it and a bunch of other stuff. Because you can technically make Superior Trio. Technically, you can make it and give it to your dog if you feel comfortable doing that, right? But me, I just buy the tablet. I ain't got time for that. I just buy the tablet. It's $100-something a box, whatever. You know, get that, give it to the dogs, right? So that already got a dewormer in it. So in between, that pill comes once a month. You get that once a month. So for me, mine just got it today. All right, so they'll get it next time, July 24th, right? That right there, that heartworm medication, just that. They'll get that July. And that's what I'm saying. That's what people got to understand. Now, when I go to deworm them, right? Now, the last time I dewormed them, I gave them fenbendazole. So next time I deworm them, I'm going to give them Pyrantel. Switch it up so they don't get too immune to it. Like, I'm going to just get fenbendazole. No, because certain worms is so strong sometimes, or certain parasites are so strong sometimes, they get immune to it inside your dog. So now you ain't doing nothing. You putting it in there, and then they inside your dog laughing. Not strong enough. Gotta be faster next time. Right? So this is what they doing. So you gotta make sure you break it up. Use a full quad dewormer. Pyrantel is 2. Hookworms, roundworms. Fenbendazole is 4. Drontal is 4. People gotta understand that. They don't get that. So you gotta watch what you're doing. And they don't get that. But like you said, they just try to follow behind the next person. And then the next person ain't even really giving the information out the right way. The proper thing to deworm your dog is the schedule, y'all. That's the proper way to deworm your dogs. You do not give too much or just guess how much. You have to weigh your dog before you deworm them. You have to know how much dewormer you're giving. You can't just, oh yeah, I'm gonna just give them fenbendazole today. What? You know how many people I see do that? They don't even know how much their dog weigh. Ask them how much their dog weigh. They don't even know. Oh yeah, about So how you gonna just, if you can't tell me how much the dog weigh, then how are you just going to deworm the dog?
This man know how much the dog weigh in there. See, Duro, man, you ain't even fair, man. You got them veterinarian dog. you know how the veterinarian dogs always get to sit in the office with their little handkerchief. They the healthiest dogs in the world. This man know how he can weigh his dogs on the dog scale and everything. Come on,
Bro.
man. He bringing that good veterinary game to the internet. This might be too good for him.
It is too good for him, but to be aware is to be alive, bro. So I want all our dogs to be how I take care of my dogs. That's what I do it for. You know what I'm saying? I want all of our dogs to do that. I don't want to see people and I see people overdosing puppies. You know what I'm saying? I see people whelping puppies all the time, overdosing them when it's time to give them, you know, the dewormer. You overdose them. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what you're doing, man. Know how much it's very, very easy, y'all, to figure out how much dewormer you need to give your dogs. It's very, very easy. Okay? If you don't know, you can ask Chat GPT. You can go on Google. You can go on the AKC. You can go on Revival. You can ask your veterinarian. You can find a chart. All right, on how to deworm your dogs. A dog scale ain't what? What is a dog scale? Like 129 at Tractor Supply? Come on, man. Get that, put your dog up there. Weigh your dog, get him the proper deworming, man. That's a good quality of life. Now you got better coats, better skin, you know what I'm saying? Less gunk in the air, good gut health, you know, with the probiotic. You got a healthy dog, man.
Man, Yella, how much you charge to do kennel setup?
You said charge, man. I ain't never thought about charge.
Man, them jokers be looking. I ain't never seen dogs that look so much comfortable outside, man.
Yeah, I tell you, I mean, they taken care of, you know, daily. You know, so yeah, that's why they.
Even the mama dog clean.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You gotta be dedicated to it.
Definitely do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit expensive though, man.
It is.
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah.
Yes,
They say that wood.
Sure.
They say that wood.
Yeah. I was gonna say that wood. Yeah, that wood. Yeah. It went down though. It's not as bad as it was during COVID. You know, but it's manageable now. The price is pretty decent.
It's all expensive, dog. Just setting up a kennel in general is expensive, man.
Yeah, they want $1 million for them cages and shit, bro.
Yeah,
that's the part gonna get you though. Man. The cages, yeah, that's gonna get you. That's the most expensive part, cause I know like shit. The flooring probably like maybe to do a floor maybe like $300 or something like that. I can't really just remember exactly what I paid. Well, maybe this if you're gonna do like a platform to hold a 5 by a 6 by 10.
6 by 10, yeah.
Yeah, 6 by 10. So you want your platform to be maybe 6 feet or a little bit over. Let's just say well, no. I'm gonna say 5 by 10. Yeah, 5 by, cause most of the cages be 5 feet wide and 10 feet long and 6 feet tall. So let's just say 5 by 10, maybe about probably about maybe $300. Just over one cage. And then the cage itself gonna be about 5.
I'm about to say, cause what type of cages you run? Same cages I got?
Yeah, I got the Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply, yeah. See
Yeah, they them retrievers. They like they like $4.99.
yeah, them the same ones I run. I just don't put the wood on the bottom. I ain't got no grass in my backyard, so it's pointless. I just set them on the ground. Ain't nothing but dirt, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I did that before, but that dirt eat them up though. It kind of eats into the metal.
the cages,
Yeah, the bottom, the cage, the part that sit on the ground.
yeah.
Cause I had mine on dirt before for a long time.
It matters what part of the world you in.
I was just about to say that because I ain't seen that problem yet, and I ain't saying it ain't coming either though.
I don't got dirt. We just got sand.
Yeah. And then I got one concrete slab.
Yeah.
I got one of those that hold four. It holds 4 5x10 by 5x6x10. So it holds 4.
Gotcha.
And I poured that in 14. 14, I poured that slab in 14. Yeah. Yeah. So.
But see, man don't live in the kennels like as well though, too though. That'd be the difference. 'Cause if they did, I'd probably have to put that wood at the bottom for sure.
You said they don't live in the kennel?
No, I use that for separation.
Okay.
And so the kennel, for the most part, just be for separation and containment, really.
Yeah.
They make too
That's
much
how I'm
noise.
running mines right now, too.
Yeah, they make too much noise, man. I try to keep them joints outside, man. Police knock at my door, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, man. We ain't even have to have a conversation. They ain't knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. I said, all right, I can get them. They said, yeah, man, the neighbor's calling, man. I said, God damn, man. All right.
Same shit with me.
So you bring them in the crates at night?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I told you how to, man. Literally, man. That ain't no joke, man. They literally knock on the door 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning. Doom, doom, doom. Can't be nobody but you, motherfuckers, man. Didn't even open the goddamn door, man. Head in the backyard, let them in. I'm gonna let them in. All right. Yeah, man.
This nosy motherfucker gonna talk about, you want us to come back there and help you? Yeah, right.
Now mine, as far as the barking go, they bark when they hear some shit. Just yapping for nothing. They don't do that. They'll cut up maybe like shit 1, 2 in the morning. I hear them and shit. But it's always like when they hear something, they don't just be doing it for nothing.
Yeah, people can handle for a couple seconds and then they cut it. But when they just keep going and antagonizing each other, that'd be the difference.
Mm-hmm. And like my neighbor, like, he got a shepherd and a little old bitty dog. Shit, them motherfucker sometimes they be yapping. They be right at the gate yapping, and my ass won't be saying shit. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah.
I didn't even know I had neighbors.
What?
He trying to flex now.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. You sitting on acres like that, bro? You got your property like that, bro?
Nah, cause the trees and shit be hiding everything.
Have you met them yet?
Nah, not the people that's in the back.
Okay.
But when I first moved in, I didn't have the crates stabilized, so when they was barking and pushing the crates, it sounded terrible. So they thought that they was hurting themselves. So the officer was like, "It sounded like they hurting themselves." And when I'm in here with the with the TV on, earphones on. So when I did open the door, I heard him. I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got him. Don't worry about it."
But yeah, Mac, if you trying to build your like a platform or whatever, a flooring to put your dogs on, I can help you with that. I can tell you what to do, what to get.
10-4.
Oh yeah.
He said, "How much you charging, man?" Yella, how much you charging for the flow, man?
That's what it's about, man. One more thing about deworming, man. You got to deworm your dog 3 times, y'all. 3 times. Don't just give your dog deworming 1 time and think your dog is dewormed. 3 times. That's how you keep the worms away. 3 times. When you get the little packets of fenbendazole, y'all, it's gonna be 3 packets in the box. All right. So you depending on how much your dog weigh, you might have to buy, 3 boxes, and it's 3 days. So you're gonna put it with
3
food,
boxes?
3 days. Yeah, you might have to buy 3 boxes because what? No, it's 2 it's 2 pack. No, it's 3 packs to come in the fenbendazole thing, right?
Right, yeah. But the biggest I think was 40 pounds.
Right. So depending on how much your dog weigh, you gotta like mix them Jones together to make them. So you might have to buy like because for my dog Dice, I had to buy like 3 boxes because she was so big. Like she weighed so much that I had to use 3 boxes of fenbendazole. Right. So now I don't have to do that anymore because now I just got the fenbendazole, the liquid now. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to do that. But before I would just go to Tractor Supply or PetSmart and just get the Merc, the little blue Merc box and go ahead and mix it up. Like, so she was 80 pounds, I just mix it, you know what I'm saying? Mix it like that. And because I think every box was like, every little packet was a certain pound or something like that. I haven't used it since she was gone. So I can't really remember how I used to do it, but it's 3 days that you got to deworm your dog for those 3 days. And then your dog is properly dewormed. Tony, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Tony? Much love and respect, bro. But yeah.
Well, to keep my pockets balanced, I like to do it naturally, and then do deworming maybe once a month. Sometimes I skip a month, but I really like the garlic method, the dietitian earth, however you pronounce it. I really like those natural remedies. They do good for me.
Now let me just tell you though, I use the earth too, but let me just tell you, if you got an infestation, right, the earth is not strong enough to get rid of.
You need to tackle that immediately. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The earth is not. A lot of people just rely on the earth and they just think like, oh, the natural stuff. I was talking about that with the other dude that used to be on the panel. I was telling him that because he liked the natural stuff. And I was like, listen, man, hey, so each his own. I'm never telling nobody what you should do for your dog. You do as you do. All right. And I do as I do. But all I'm saying is, you know what I mean, is that, you know, if you seeing some symptoms in your dog and I tell you, or I'm trying to show you and help you out and you don't want to listen, hey, that's your dog, brother, not mine. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, you know, I just try to make people aware, you know what I mean? And, you know, you make people aware, then, you know, you try to help a brother out, help a sister out, you know, help the pockets.
Power, man.
That's to be aware is to be alive, man. So you got to understand.
Knowledge is power, yeah.
Well, you know. So let me ask you guys a question, man. How many of y'all think social media has like slowed down like actual program development? How many of y'all think that?
Slowed it
Or if
down.
y'all think that at all, let me know. Yeah, like slowed it down.
Of course, it slowed it down because people trying to go with the waves. So the program that they started ain't the program they end up with.
I think with the internet, like we were talking about earlier, just social media can kind of like it can. What were we talking about a few weeks ago? What was that phrase we were using? Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision.
Yeah.
And it can kind of pull people off course.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they see this and see that. Oh, I want this. I want that. Can't make up their mind what they want.
Yep.
You know, because they seeing this and seeing that, and you know, it just. I don't know. You got to just be dedicated and just stick to what you like and just stick to what you're going to do and just stay focused on what you're going to do. So, yeah, I think social media can, with some people, can hinder or slow down program development.
Is that why y'all not on the internet?
I don't know though, bro.
won't?
'Cause
I'm on the internet.
Yeah, but at the same time though, social media probably made some people program development.
Yeah. And that could be that could be the flip side of it. You're right.
Yeah, I'm like I don't want to debate against it in the sense but I think it probably sped up program development opposed to slowing it down because even the people that ain't knowledgeable, you got some good followers out there. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people done followed what they seen and became breeders or program developers over time opposed to just having a dog. You know what I mean? A lot of people done actually started trying to build a program off of just what they see.
Yeah, but
So
how many people really got a program?
What you say, Mac?
How many people you really see got a program? I hear where you're going, but when they got those dogs, how many of them really got a program?
Hold on, man.
Man, what the hell am I doing?
Testing.
I figured we had to walk it out real quick, man. I figured we had to walk it out real quick, y'all. Man, you know what, man? Let's walk it out one more time, man. Let's walk it out one more time. Oh, man.
Man, that's what they see when they play the game now.
No, man. We had to walk it out real quick, man. Lorraine, I'm sorry. We had to walk it out 2 times for. Oh man. We can walk it out for real, man. Let's walk it out one time, man. For real. Come on. Yes. One more time. Hey. Yes. We love to walk it out over here, man.
Yeah, buddy, get some blood on your shirt. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. What we were saying, y'all.
We was talking about program development. I think the internet slowed it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I think the internet kind of made people make a lot of mistakes because, like you said, Yella, I have to agree. I can't forget 2021 going into 2022. A lot of dogs was coming in from what they were seeing on YouTube. You know, the raw food diet, and then certain things that they were given with the raw food diet. A lot of people didn't understand, you know, how to do certain things, right? And they were following behind people who was advocating for the raw food diet, to give this, to give that, to give this, to give that. And they wasn't understanding, you know, what some of that stuff was doing, you know, to the insides of your dog. They wasn't understanding gastroenteritis, and they wasn't understanding, you know, how liver functions and different things that's going on with your dog from you giving them, you know, too much protein, or you giving them too much Adon, too much stuff. You know, they wasn't understanding and grasping that. They was just trying to do as they see. So you had a lot of fat dogs, right? Overweight dogs coming in because of that. And then you had a lot of dogs who, you know, were sick. You know, they tracks was all messed up. You know what I mean? So you got to understand what you're doing. So I think the internet kind of slow people down because, like Yella said, it's the next thing. It's that other thing. Like, oh, I want that. I want to do that. Oh, no. See, I see he doing this with his dog. I need to do that with my dog. You know what I'm saying? Instead of if your lane, if you are, I can't say it better than this, bro. I can't say it better than this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't say it no better than this, yo. When I think about it, right? How many people have seen somebody that you follow that follows somebody else, and you know they trying to be like that person? How many people have seen that? Because I've seen it so many times. Like, I follow a kennel, another person follow that same kennel, but they trying to mimic what that other kennel was doing with their dogs. And let's say, hypothetically speaking, they don't even have the same breed, right? They don't even have the same type of dog that person got, right? Because remember, people was trying to put weight on pit bulls, right? You remember when all this weight and this with the bully stuff? Remember all that stuff? And you know, a few years ago, they was trying to put weight on the pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go get you some Don, put this on the food, and they got regular American pit bull terriers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, what did that set people and those dogs at? What did that set those dogs at? That set those dogs back. The main thing is, you have to produce what you're producing, because once you find your lane, it's your lane, yo. When you figure out what you constantly want to produce, the key to that success, y'all, is to stay committed to that vision that you got. That's what all the good dog men has done. We got two dog men on our panel right now. They got what? Yella got 20 something years. And BJ, how many years you got in dog breeding, bro?
Shit. Realistically,
Yeah.
at least 25 for sure.
25 years?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you told me your mom was doing it too.
Yeah, I come from it.
Okay. So we got 45 years plus minus of dog experience on the platform, right? And so how you think Yella had the consistency that he's had so far? You think he's following what somebody else is doing, another American Pit Bull Terrier person is doing, or when he had bullies, when other people was doing what they bullies? No, because if that's the case, he probably wouldn't still have Poncho. Poncho's 14, 15 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, when you build your own productions and creating your consistency, y'all, your consistency, not nobody else's. People just won't recognize your dogs, just like, oh, they're going to remember them. And that's the goal. We remember the old family red nose. We remember some of the bloodlines back in the day, Maurice Carver dogs. We remember Barracuda. We remember the legendary dogs. So the goal is to be legendary. Okay? The goal is to be that. When you doing this, when you in it and you in it for real, the goal is to be legendary. That's how you build your legacy, to be legendary. You want to produce whatever you produce, and if you producing dogs like Rogue and hog dogs like Rogue and Yella, and you producing dogs with you know, all types of fire that BJ got, that's your lane. If you want to be like me and Nell Mac, who want to produce family dogs but working dogs, you understand what I'm saying? Then you want the consumers to love, recommend, and talk about your dogs for years. Not just, hey man, I got one of his dogs. Yeah, man, you know. No, you want people to say, where you get that dog from? Oh, I recommend the breeder. I recommend him and his family. They nice, his wife, or whatever the case is. You want people to say that about your productions. That's how you gonna get that word of mouth. And everybody know that was in the streets or whatever the case may be. Everybody know that word of mouth. That's how you get that grind. That hand-to-hand grind right there, man. Yeah, we got the internet, but that hand-to-hand grind, when you got a dog in Seattle and you got a dog in Washington, and you got a dog in LA, and you got a dog in Memphis, and you got a dog in Louisiana, and you got a dog in Texas, and all this place. Look, you want all those places I just named. You want those people to be like, hey man, where you get that dog from? I got this dog from. You want them people to come to you and be family too. That's the goal. What you say, BJ?
Groundwork.
Absolutely.
Hey, when you go to a restaurant
Absolutely.
grand opening, you going because the commercials done hyped them up. You done seen them on TV. You ready to try the food. They got one opportunity, but if it's a miss, you ain't never coming back.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're right. You're right. Yo, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know why? Because they're gonna say this. They're gonna say, hey man, my steak wasn't done all the way. You know, my mashed potatoes wasn't good. They wasn't blended down all the way. They ain't gonna give you another chance. Just like you said, that's true. They gonna say, hey man, you know what? Listen, I don't want nothing from them. Because that's what I did. I bought some wings one time from this Pizza Hut. Man, the wings was raw. They was being lazy. They was being lazy in that place. They put the hot sauce on top of the wings. The wings was raw. The wings was not cooked at all. At all. Man, I was so mad I could have beat the snot out of it. I'm talking about I was so mad.
That shit make
you know
yeah. That shit make you mad because them wings can kill you, bro.
Yeah, they could kill you. So I was so upset, man. I was so mad. that I was like, yo, what is going on here? Man, I took that food back, bro. And I just was like, yo, like I was upset, yo. I was really upset. And you couldn't pay me to go back. Cause I ain't. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So you only got one chance. So that's the main thing you want to do with these dogs. You want people to go back, come back, even if the dog died. You know what I'm saying? Even if they had the dog for 14, 15 years. You want to come back and say, you know what, man? I really had no problems with Poncho. Hey, Yella, I want another one. Hey, man, I want another one from you. You did good business. It was a pleasant transaction. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I want another dog from you. That's what you want. You don't want nobody just getting one from you one time and they give it away because they ain't happy with it, or it dies and they never call you again and you still doing it. You don't want that. You like, man, listen. No, you want somebody, you want to be legendary. That's the goal. That's what I mean. So once you find your lane, you gotta stick to your lane. Cause like Biz said, man, when I said that, they didn't understand it when I said it. When I first said it, like a couple people understood it. They was like, tunnel vision. What you mean tunnel vision? But so you mean just breed and just have tunnel vision? No, that's not what I'm saying. That's blocking out the noise and you doing you. Not worrying about what Brad and Anthony is doing with their kennels. You worry about what you're doing for yours. Be legendary. Build correctly, the right way. That's just how it is. I mean, what was that? Somebody just cocked something? That sounded like a 4-5. What was that?
That wasn't a 4-5, a pop, bro. That was a pop opening, man.
Oh, I thought that, man. I was about to, yo, I was like, hold on. I'm like, hold on now. What's that?
That's a pop, bro.
But yeah, that's the goal, though. That's the goal. That's the point, y'all. That's the goal. That's all I wanted us to understand, bro, because we all dog women. So, hey, Tony says social media can help you learn from other people's mistakes. Yo, it can. And it's a downside to that too, bro. Because like you can learn from somebody's mistakes, but I don't feel like you should follow every move that a person made. You know what I'm saying? To learn.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, I think what you was asking, if social media had a lot to do with slowing down the programs or speeding it up, I think it had a lot to do with speeding it up because you got more followers than you got leaders, bro. That's just my opinion. So I think a lot of people was easily manipulated into doing what others are doing because they can visually see it. Hold on.
Yeah, but see,
who that? K9?
When
K10?
BJ
said
Pongo. When you say that, I see if you get a dog from muscle tone, you hear people be like, yeah, he got some muscle tone in it, but that's about where it ends. They ain't breed muscle tones program.
Okay.
So Matt, you saying just because I buy a dog from Marlin, you saying I ain't got Marlin's program?
Exactly. Now, if you double back and you part of the program, then that's different. Like for example, the dog he has now, the female that he picked up, that he's continuing Hawks Bloodline with, he gave those people the program. He was able to, when Hawk passed away, go to them because they had this whole program.
Right. Right. I feel you. I see what you're saying.
But I'm saying that's like one, that's you don't have too many people that's gonna believe in your shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do.
But
what up, Sid? Nah, I agree. I totally agree. I think that's what makes the difference, though. But I feel like you shouldn't do that anyway. When if you got a dog from DDK9 or any kennel, I don't think you should try to compete with that kennel. I feel like you should take that dog and try to uplift and do something different than what the breeder was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying do nothing unethical and try to get raps or anything, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you should, do something a little bit different, not try to compete or follow what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should do something a little bit different, you know what I'm saying, in a different way. Your vision with it, but not trying to mimic what they did or what they're doing. And that's program development. Because when you think about it, y'all, we all like music or grew up rapping or grew up around homies that rap, right? The homie that's lying in his raps, right? The homie it sound good. Like, you know what I mean? He just putting words together, but he said, I'll punch you in your face, do this, do that, right? And he a punk. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He wouldn't punch nobody, but he a cool bull, but he wouldn't punch nobody for real. So it's like him, like, he could never put out an album or anything because for sure every song gonna sound the same because he don't know nothing else. He only rapping of what he see, not his experience. Now it's the difference. You rap what you see because you in it, and you rapping what you see. That's a little bit different. But when you rap when you see, you know what I'm saying, and you're not in it, you just on the steps, but you rapping about it, right? So that eventually that guy is pretty much rapping tales. So he gonna even if he hot, he gonna fade off because it's tails. It ain't real.
So what you saying is I should get a dog from Della's world.
You know what I'm saying? The one that's
dog from Yellow.
You want to go do this, that, and the third, what he said. Because you saying, yo, man, this is what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? What'd he say? He says too many dog people online to just be cultly following one person. The more people doing it gives you more ways to see how the information working out for them. That's true. That's true. I'll be wondering if content creators think because people watch their show, that means they following their philosophy. Some people do though, bro. Some people do though, Tony. Some people think that,
ways,
hey,
Tony. Right.
Yeah, for sure. Some people think like, oh yeah, like, they watching, they gonna follow what I'm saying. And they should follow what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel.
A cheeseburger.
Yeah. Yo, you and Mac with the cheeseburgers,
man. And they pretty much following what they saying too, because they be having competitions on their show.
Right.
So is this like a new trend or something with the cheeseburger? I'm lost. I don't know.
Yes. It's like, why would you do a cheeseburger challenge with your dog? 15 cheeseburger challenge or whatever.
Knowing that you're a content creator and people follow is the whole thing why that was mentioned. Let's get that out the way. We only mentioned that stemming around that specific subject.
That's right.
Yeah, people follow what they don't know. You know what I mean?
Just to come back and say, y'all don't do that.
Yeah, so the main thing was, what was the point? Just because you're a content creator?
Got a little check for some views.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay, so YouTube money. And see, that's what I'm saying. So why should people who are really about the dogs even embrace that foolery? Right?
What if you don't know though?
And that's the problem. That's the reason why I started doing this Duro Lounge and I started my YouTube page. Because my YouTube page was just a watch. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I started this whole Duro Ratio bully camp thing. Because I started seeing people come to the hospital following. Oh, I seen this on YouTube. And they said to give this. They don't even know how much to give. They got gold. What's that? Liquid gold? Liquid gold and dime. Liquid gold and dime and a whole bunch of other supplements. Whatever people was using in 2022, 2021, 2022. You know what I'm saying? They was making videos and going viral. Muscle milk, all this foolish stuff.
Dime was heavy. For sure.
Yeah.
Bully Max.
Bully Max. You know, but I never seen anybody dog actually get sick off of Bully Max. So I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? I've never seen that. I'm not gonna say it didn't happen, but I never seen that. I'm gonna say that. But Don and Liquid Gold, and there was some other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I had a person, I'm not gonna say we were friends, but I had a person, we were neighbors, and he had a really nice American bully, right? And we got our dogs at the same time, so they was pretty much puppies. They grew up together, you know. And so his dog was one of those dogs where he would just try all this stuff on. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how to work her, you know, she had to get a TPLO surgery. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing how to feed her, you know, she had a whole bunch of other problems. Then trying to be like me, don't know how much deworming he gave her. Now she got the tremors. Now her head stuck to the side and now her head is moving. She got the tremors. Now she got to go to the vet. Instead of just saying, hey man, what should I do? You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things, you just watching people on YouTube. You try to mimic what I'm doing with Dice. You don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what happens. Instead of just saying, yo, man, like I told his wife how I feed my dog, right? We outside, you know, we got a couple beers or whatever. We outside, you know, just chilling on sitting on the back of the cars, you know, just chilling. This fool repeats exactly how I feed my dog. He said, oh man, I just, you know, I make the beef and I got the kibble, man. Oh man, I put some water in it, I mix it up. Oh, she tears it up, man. And I'm like, because earlier I'm talking to his wife, telling his wife how I feed Dice. And this fool repeats the same thing I said. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. And that's how people are. But he bought so much stuff that other people channels and stuff was saying to do this to make your bully bigger. You want your bully to reach his full maximum potential? Buy this. He was just buying it, man. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. But it's true, y'all. It's true. You know what I mean? It's true, man. I ain't lying to you.
Well, fellas, about that time for me. I got to get up in the morning.
All right, brother.
All right, man. I'll get with y'all later,
Thank you
man.
for coming up, man. We'll see you next week.
Okay,
right,
no problem, man.
Bye.
All right, later.
All right, yo.
But you know what I mean? So that was that following, man. That's what I'm talking about. Just not really even knowing. You're just following people just to follow. You know what I mean? So that's how it is, man. Della's World, you'll get one. You'll get one. Yellow cool, man. You'll get one. You'll get one from him. For sure. Anybody on this panel you can get a dog from, bro. Anybody on this panel, you can get a dog from. You know what I mean? So it's all good.
Who that? Dallas World?
What we get? Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know what I mean? So you just don't even worry about it, bro. You know how it go. But that's just how it is, man.
Brotherhood,
you know,
Dallas,
like
man.
brotherhood all day. Brotherhood, sisterhood all day up here, man. You get a dog from anybody, bro. Anybody up here, man. You like what Mac got, holla at Mac, man. You like what I got, holla at me, man. Real soon. You like what BJ got, holla at him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Everybody
like got BJ got,
holla. Want something, holla at Yellow. You know what I mean? Oh, y'all about to do a breeding?
Oh no, you know, we just cooking.
No. Hold on. Wait. No. Yo, that's what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna just throw that in there though, and then not tell.
Nah, I ain't talk to Big Homie backstage.
Yeah, if you want something from me and BJ, we holla at us.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm hoping he want to put it together, man. We're gonna make it happen for sure.
For sure.
We're gonna make it happen.
I want it to happen.
Me too.
So hold on. This is gonna.
What'd you say? Your mic was going in and out, bro. Your mic was going in and out.
I said, would that be going to Big Mama?
Yeah, I hope, yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, no, that'll be epic, man. That'll be epic, man. We gotta put that together.
Man, let's walk it out to that, man. Let's walk it out to that. I like collaborations, y'all. I like when we do collaboration breedings.
No, for sure.
DJ.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it spin one more time. Come on. Hey. Big Mama. Ghost. Big Mama. Ghost. Hey. That's what I do, man.
Now we gotta do something though, but I ain't in line though. They tearing me down. They tearing me down about Ghost though. A few
Who
people.
tearing you down?
A few people.
What you mean by tearing you down? What you mean?
They want to breed with that boy, for sure.
Oh, you don't want to do the breedings though?
No, it ain't that I don't want to. It ain't. You know, I'm a selective breeder.
All right, Dallas World.
But
that's right. That's right.
For sure. But I, you know, he ain't produced nothing as far as like, you know what I mean, what people want and shit though. So I would definitely do it with Mac first.
Yes. I like that. I like that. I like that for Mac though.
Yes, sir.
I like that better than shots fired, man. No disrespect.
Got it cooking.
I think that's gonna throw some. Man, I think that's gonna throw some short, big bulldogs, man.
He gonna have some barrels in his hand, bro. I'm telling you, man. Listen,
that's what I'm saying, man.
Listen, look, man,
that's gonna be some.
This is no lie, man. Ghost is 100 pounds for sure, easily, bro. I told you, man, that dog will break your legs, bro, if you ain't careful playing with him or playing around him, bro.
Yeah,
he got
right.
Look.
Yeah, I'm telling you, not for real, Mac. He different, bro. He different. You gotta see that video I just uploaded yesterday, bro. I just uploaded a video of him yesterday, bro. You gotta go check it out, man, on my page. He different, bro.
10-4.
He just a well put together dog, man. And he got that champion bloodline. I don't talk about it all the time, but like girl know what's going on. He got real champion bloodline, showroom bloodline for sure. We just don't promote it because it's a whole story behind it though. But I'll fill you in on it. But he got champion bloodline. He ABKC for sure. He papered up. I got the papers on it.
What? I know my
yeah,
boy,
the only reason why I had
that,
something,
man.
the only reason why I said something about Bolo is because he had that round head.
No, Bolo was fire, man.
I know what you're talking about. That's why I ended up buying Bolo because of his head.
Mm-hmm.
I told you that when you seen him and you thought about him as far as programming, that's what I thought about when I seen him and I bought it. But then his traits, you know, like we've been talking about over the previous lounges, man. If you got a bad trait, I'm not messing with it. I'm not like some of them other people who like, I keep a bad trait and try to outbreed it and all of that. I don't want it in my program. I'm not moving backwards. I'm moving forward. So if I see a bad trait, I'm trying to get rid of it immediately.
Yeah, and I'm not oblivious to that because sometimes what you see ain't what you see.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just didn't want a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like I build a program based upon what I breed and what I DNA test, and it's proven. And I'm giving you what I'm saying I'm giving you. So I didn't want to add that in there and just, you know what I mean, start lying to people. So I couldn't even afford to really do that because I'm really giving you what I say I'm giving you. Like I got bully implemented in my program, but it started at Pongo. You know what I mean? And that's the honest truth. So if I gave you a dog bred off of Pongo, that's three different breeds right there. Because originally I'm breeding a lot of blue blood bulldog and pit bull. That is my bloodline. That is my pedigree. And the bully was the outcross, which made Pongo. So if you get anything after Pongo, then the truth is there's bully in the outcross, but anything before that is proven there's no bully there. You know what I mean? So I couldn't just bring him in there. Motherfucker be wondering where all that muscle or that head come from, but I'm still talking about it's the same blood that I've been had. So he had to go.
Hey, y'all keep cooking, man. I gotta use the restroom real quick. Keep cooking for me.
He had to go, man. But I like Bolo myself, man. I did not want to get it. It was hard to get rid of it.
Yes, sir. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
It took me I had him about 8 months before I figured it out. Yeah, I had him about 8 months, but his last like 90 days, he proved to be something I didn't want. I'm like, I ain't being stuck with that right there.
Yeah, I see that often. You know, fuck could be half decent but be terrible.
Yeah, and it's history repeat itself. So even if it ain't in the next litter, it's gonna come in the one after that, or you know what I mean, that it's gonna come back around. So it's hard to run from bad traits, man. When you talking about breed.
Facts. Big facts.
Word.
I mean, you done seen it that's even in humans, you know what I mean? Like everybody, you done seen people breed where all the boys play sports. Everybody went to the league, but all them boys know how to fight, or you know.
Yep.
Hey, man. I like how, man. So when y'all do that breeding, man, y'all gonna tag collaboration canines, right?
For sure.
Ain't nobody gonna miss a step on that. Shit,
my brothers.
Y'all know when the shipment is ordered and everything.
Oh, you doing AI?
That's the only way. He halfway across the planet.
Man, he in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put my feet in that sand right there. Now that ain't too far. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of them. I'll drive down there.
That's what they do.
Yeah, I'll drive down there. That ain't.
Yeah, we'll speak on it.
That's love, man. That's love. That's brotherhood right there, man. You know what I mean?
On that note, I'm
Executive
gonna sign out, man. I got a load in the morning.
Yeah, well, we out anyway. I was just about to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So you know what I mean? Hey, man, I appreciate all y'all in the chat. Shout out to everybody, man. Lorena, Della's World, Lucky Mills, Rogue, Biz, Said, Tony, everybody, man. Salute to everybody that came. Yes, sir. Good week, Tony, man. Thank you for checking us out, man, being with us. You know what I'm saying? You know, I always appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? You know, I always appreciate it. Like a mug, man. Let's go ahead and hit that slogan one time for him. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing nice. You only get one, so make sure you enjoy this life. One love, one dog, one bone. Easy. Y'all know my slogan, man. Rest in peace, Dice. Ain't nothing nice. You only get one, so make sure you enjoy this life. One love, one dog, one bone. Easy. Y'all know my slogan, man.
Rest in peace, the American Pitbull and the Bully, they're like family to us, you know? It's the loyalty, man. Nothing like it. Yep, they're special. And remember, new Duro Lounge Podcast episodes are out every Wednesday.
I'm hard, I'm tough, I'm Duro. My dogs stay healthy, my money stay true. I'm from the B where the streets stay cool. 20s stay living, that's the golden rule. I've been ballin' for years, now you know. Welcome to the bully camp, we the crew, where the real ones shine and the fake ones lose. Step into the light if you're ready to move. We the kings, we the ones that they praise. Living fast, in the glow of the blaze. Money straight, like it's set in a maze. Be the kings, till the end of our day. I'm Duro. My dogs stay healthy, my money stay true. I'm from the P where the streets stay cruel. 20 stay living, that's the golden rule.
Ain't nothing nice. You only get one, so make sure you enjoy this life. One love, one dog, one bone. Easy.